All right, Samantha, if we want to find the x-intercepts of a quadratic equation like this, then what we're going to do is we're going to do what we always do when we find the x-intercepts, and that's plug 0 in for y. And remember, f of x is our replacement for y. So I'm going to plug a 0 in over here. Okay, and this makes a factoring type problem. And you know, I don't particularly like all these negative signs in here, but it's no big deal to just divide both sides of this equation by -1 to change all of our signs. And so that's what I would probably do next. Just divide everything by -1, change all of our signs, and we wind up with something like this. Okay, so if we're trying to find the x-intercepts, this is the point where we need to make a choice. We either want to factor, and in this case, factoring is definitely the easier choice in my opinion, because you know, if you're looking for two numbers that multiply to give you 7 and add to give you 8, we can find them, right? 7 times 1 is 7, right? And 7 plus 1 is 8. So this definitely factors. But, you know, if you're not confident with your factoring, you can put it in the quadratic formula if you want. But I'm just going to go with the factoring because this one factors pretty nicely. You know, we're factoring a trinomial, so we want a couple of sets of parentheses with an x and an x in the front. We decided we want a positive 7 and a positive 1. Since my leading coefficient is a 1, I can just put those straight in. Okay. Next, we'll use our zero factor property to get our answers. We'll set the first factor equal to 0, so that'll give us x is -7. And we'll set our second factor equal to 0, and that'll give us x is -1. And so those are the x values of our ordered pairs. The last thing is, you know, the instructions are pretty specific on this particular problem in the problem that you sent me. It says to give the x-intercepts as ordered pairs. So remember how we got this. We got this by plugging 0 in for y at the beginning, right? So, you know, my x value, I found that. The y value has to be 0. That's how we got this thing. So -7, 0 would be my first solution. -1, 0 would be my second solution. Those are the two ordered pairs that will be the x-intercepts for this graph. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful with that. Let me know if you have any other questions.